Hey, what is up, Bridge the Blue crew?
Hello, hello.
I am coming at you today from the left side of your screen. It's a little disorienting for me. So today we're actually going to talk about some frequently asked questions on the rallies that are coming up on the 18th, and we're pretty stoked. I mean, honestly, we're blown away by just the response. I mean, I think we're over 31. I don't know. I lost count. Like 31 or 32,000.
32,000.
And, we've done 3 welcome messages today alone. So if you are new to the community, thank you. We're excited that you're here. And Bridge the Blue, just so that you know, Bridge the Blue is not just some random, group or pro-Leo community. Bridge the Blue is actually a nonprofit organization. And so, we're actually here because we believe that there's been this divide, there's been this gap between law enforcement and community. And what's happened is that social media has become a tool that has been used to create a narrative that's just been detrimental to the law enforcement community. And so we started Bridge the Blue about 2.5 years ago. And the whole goal behind Bridge the Blue is to bridge that gap between law enforcement and community, ultimately so that we can make America safe again. And one of the ways that we're going to do that is this Saturday on July the 18th. We've got 2 things going on. One is at 1 o'clock Central Standard Time, we have rallies all over the nation.
Yes.
All over the nation. And so, it's 1 o'clock Central Standard. That means if you're on the East Coast, that's 2 o'clock, right?
Yes.
2 o'clock. If you're on the West Coast, it's going to be 11 a.m. Okay. Now,
if you're in between, it's 10 o'clock.
Yeah, and so absolutely. And so here's why this is so important. Okay, the reason why this is so important is because what we've seen these little rallies kind of popping up here and there on different days, and it's amazing. It's so amazing to see the American people rise up and to take a stand and to back the blue.
Yes.
And show their support. But we want to do something that no one can ignore. Mm-hmm. We want to do something that the media can't ignore. And so what we want to do on Saturday at 1 o'clock Central is in every city, every town, every village, from coast to coast, simultaneously standing united, we are going to rally the troops. We are going to rally from coast to coast all at the same time. And we believe that's going to make a statement. Then later at 4 o'clock Central Standard Time, we have a live stream. So we're going to take it from the support from offline to online.
Yes,
and
exactly.
I'm pretty stoked about that. And so anyways, what we're here to talk about today is some frequently asked questions. And I have a very special guest with me today. And so for those of you that might not know, this is Mary Campos, and she's a new face on the show. I feel like I want to say the show. Usually it's Troy and I, but today, you're our special guest. And so Mary is the Nationwide Rally coordinator for this movement that starts on Saturday, July the 18th. And so what we've done is we actually have some questions here that we've actually seen throughout the group that people have been asking. And so Mary, let's first tell us a little bit about you, and tell us about, it's my understanding that your husband is a Leo, isn't it?
Yes. So my husband is a first responder. He's actually a full-time firefighter.
Oh,
and he's a
that's
reserve
awesome.
officer. So he's been a Leo for a year and a half. And he loves it. So we're excited to be part of this. And one of the things that motivate me to, be part of Bridge the Blue is that not only are they supporting law enforcement, but they are trying to bridge the community and the law enforcement, which is close to my heart. I think it's very important that every community, no matter who they are, what they represent, whatever they represent, they know that the law enforcement are there to take care of them, to, kind of just what the title is, Bridge the Blue,
right.
Bridge them together. So that's what, brought me to be part of this. So I love it.
Awesome.
I'm excited.
well, we're definitely glad you're here. You've been a blessing to all of us here. And honestly, I don't know what I don't know how far along that we would be if you weren't here.
Thank you.
And so you've been a huge blessing to all of us here, and just thank you for taking over as the nationwide coordinator for these rallies. And so I know that there's going to be a lot of people that are going to either watch the replay or maybe they're watching live that are going to say, hey, I've been talking to her via email, or I've been talking to her on Messenger, and so this is Mary, and so just your husband being a Leo. And by the way, my dad is actually a full-time firefighter. He's a captain with the Houston Fire Department.
Oh, so, I didn't know that. That's nice.
So I've got family and that are firefighters and also in law enforcement and military. So what we're doing with Bridge to Blue really kind of hits close to home for you.
Most definitely. Yes, very close. It's just very important because I know that, when my husband goes out there, he does not know what he's going to expect out there, and it's not a job where, how can I say it? It's not a job that one wants to know that they're not backed up, that they're not supported. If anything, they need to know that they have a family, that they have a community, right. That they have representatives there thanking them, appreciating everything that they're doing. So it's very, very important.
And what's your husband's name?
His name's Larry.
Larry.
Yes.
Okay. And has Larry felt any of the divide that's going on? Has he experienced any of that, and how has it impacted him?
Actually, thankfully, no. We haven't, and that's one thing that kind of gives us hope that there is something great going on. We're Christ-centered. We love the Lord.
Come on.
We serve Him. Oh, I get emotional. Sorry, y'all. And he had a situation where God used him to. There was this African American man that a police officer was, kind of apprehending. And my husband allowed God to use him to calm him down because he was on drugs and, he was out of it. So they didn't know where this was all going to go to.
Sounds pretty scary.
It was. My husband told me about it, but God used him to calm him down. And it was enough time where his mom came through, the gentleman's mom came through, and everything, you just sense God's presence there. So, I honestly believe that, God was there, and calming the whole situation. So thankfully my husband hasn't felt it as other cities and other states that I'm in other groups, especially for wives, and I hear the stories, and it's very difficult, of knowing what they're going through, knowing that they have to hide, that they're officers or things like that, and if anything, we just have to lift each other up and know, hey, we are together in this, we're praying for each other. And so that's a little situation my husband went in.
Yeah. I couldn't imagine. And the same goes for Troy's wife, Charity.
Yes.
I couldn't imagine what it would be like being the spouse of a law enforcement officer. And it's, one of the things that I can definitely say is whenever I read, especially just here recently, right? What was it, yesterday or the day before that up in, or was it McAllen?
Oh yeah, McAllen, the 2 officers that got killed.
And then there was I believe there were some others in North Texas as well.
Haven't heard about that one.
No, but I mean, you just think about that and you're like, their spouses, is the last time that they ever told their husband or wife and kids goodbye.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
don't get me emotional now. Sorry, y'all.
Well, we definitely appreciate you and support you, and I think it's important, for all of our first responder wives and husbands out there. Those of you that have a spouse that are first responders, whether it's they're in the fire department or they're in law enforcement, even military husbands and wives, just know that we pray for you daily. We have your 6, and we support you. And so, thank you for sharing that. That was touching, and it sounds like Larry really has a heart for building bridges as well.
Yes, he does.
Because it just seems like so many people today are triggered. Mm-hmm. They're just emotionally triggered.
Yeah.
And it really takes a patient man.
Oh, he's very patient.
That's awesome.
He is very patient, I tell you that.
Well, so let's kind of transition a little
Yes.
bit into some of these frequently asked questions. And so those of you that have had questions about this weekend, because here's the thing, okay, I'm just want to be real with you. I'm going to be transparent. This is the largest thing
Yes.
that we have ever done on this scale. And here's the thing, I don't think it's ever been done nationwide.
I don't think so. It's been Troy, the founder. It's been his goal and his heart to go nationwide. So, and guys, I just joined like less than 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So, it's been just 3 weeks ago,
Yeah.
but to be able to see what's going on nationwide and seeing Troy's heart, being excited about this, about something that he's been dreaming forever, happening. And we couldn't have done this without y'all. Like, honestly, y'all represent your states, and we're just trying as best as we can to give y'all the sources as best. But honestly, I think this is a goal that's many more to come. So this is the first of many more. So we're excited for that.
So, yeah, no, absolutely. And so the reason why this is so important is because, a lot of people think that we're this huge organization.
Yeah.
And we're not necessarily small, but we're not huge,
Yeah.
right? And so we're still a baby. Okay, and this movement, we're at the very beginning of this movement. But a lot of the stuff we've been doing a lot of stuff locally, and we've done a few things out of state. But this is the first time we've ever attempted a multi-state, 50 states from coast to coast, not just the lower 48, but Alaska, as well as Hawaii, like my redneck aunt likes to call it Hawaii. And so I just said that about my aunt. If you're watching this, I'm so sorry. Know that I love you. But and so we need your help. And so we don't have people in every state that we just assign things to, right? We're expecting and we're asking the American people to rise up. We're asking the American people to stand up and let your voices be heard. And those of you that feel a call to lead, we're asking you to stand up and be rally captains. Let's talk about rally captains for a second. We'll talk about rally captains, as well as if you want to go to a rally, which that should be every single one of you. Where can you find one? And what if there's not one in your area? We're going to talk about that. So have some questions here. And again, these are some frequently asked questions. And so the first one here is, where can I go to join a rally close to me?
So if you've seen, I think we have about 7 states already with addresses, Texas being one of them, California, New Mexico. It's mainly in the West Coast right now, where you can find locations of where everybody can meet up. Especially because those states are so large, it takes you like Houston to go from one area of Houston to El Paso. It's about 10 hours or so,
or more. I mean,
more.
Okay. Well, here's the thing about that, right? It takes 2 hours just to get from Houston to Houston.
Yes. yes. So what I try to do is, on some of the places that we don't have rally captains with larger states, find city halls where everybody can meet up. So they're already out there, and then the smaller states, we're gonna have like 1 or 2 locations that you can go and visit. So that's how you would know. Either a rally captain has stepped up and said, hey, we're gonna meet at this city hall, or Houston Police Department. Police department, or some area that they choose. Or if not, then I would just go in there on Google Maps and find a spot that looks safe and secure for everybody to meet up. So
now just full disclosure, there will come a time where we're going to have a site that all you have to do is do a search. Now, it won't be for this weekend, but we will have a site where you can go on there and do a search, and you can find a location near you, and then you can reach out to whoever that rally captain is going to be. And so thank you for being patient with us again.
Yes.
We're kind of stepping out here, and it's taking all of us, right? So it's not just about Bridge the Blue as far as the organization. Bridge the Blue is all of you as well. Yeah. And so we're depending on the American people to rise up. We're depending on we the people to step up and take a stand. And so you might have actually gone over this already, but as far as where they can go to find that information. Where do is there a specific place in the group? Is there like a tab or anything like that where they can find that?
Yes, there is. So if you're, I just realized this, he actually had to show me, but there's a tab where you go under topics. And if you go under topics on the Facebook group page and click on National Rallies, you will see a state there. Your state. Click on your state, and then you can comment what city you're from. And our goal for that was for everybody to know, hey, for the state of California, you have, Pasadena, Los Angeles, Reddington, and all those areas where y'all can just communicate and build communities within each other. I know basically, police departments, they build families, but if you do it greater, if you connect with somebody that's, an hour, 2 hours away, that's amazing. So that's our goal, is to connect people, and kind of fellowship with one another. If something goes down, if you need prayer, you reach out to the community. So we did those little tabs, and you kind of, I don't know, did I answer your question?
Yeah, I think so. And so.
So on topics under National Rallies.
Yes, and so
I think I win.
Yeah, absolutely. So what'll happen whenever you click under there, you're going to see a post with several states, and go and find. Now, let me ask you this. Mary, what happens if they don't see their state? Should they just not go, or should they, what should they do?
Yeah, so all of the states are there, but there's some states that for some reason they broke off. Like I know Texas and California, they broke off out of the 50 states altogether. They're in there. So you just have to, if you search my name, if you go under Mary Campos, anything that I post is going to pop up. So you're able to see, the states there as well. But okay. I think those 2 states are right now on their own.
Now, if there's not a rally in their area, should they just stay home?
I would say no.
No.
I would say no. We made enough time to have the rally Central Time, 1:00, and then 4:00 in, for the online one. So I would encourage y'all to go out there, get people together, show support, decorate. I've been saying decorate your vehicles with the flags, the thin blue line flags and so on your vehicles. So when you're driving around, just one glance, when an officer sees that, one glance will make so much for them. They will mean so much for them to knowing that, hey, I'm not alone. I've seen where people are afraid to have a blue line or show something on their vehicles. And, it's a shame that, things are moving that way, but we have to be the ones that are pushing back darkness. We got to push back darkness and, all that fear.
And the best way to do that is to stand up for the light.
Exactly.
And it's to be the light.
Exactly.
And so what we want to encourage you to do is, if you can't find a rally in your area, and maybe there's not a rally captain, first thing you can do is volunteer. Step up, be a rally captain. And the way that you can do that is you can send us an email to volunteer@bridgetheblue.com, or you can email Mary directly at mary.c@bridgetheblue.com. So those are the 2 ways. And basically what you just say is that, hey, I'm in this city, in this state, I want to be a rally captain. And then you can you send that over. And then Mary, that'll actually, both of those email addresses funnel to Mary, and she can be in contact with you. And so, but if you don't want to be a rally captain, and if there's not a rally in your area, we're asking that you show up to City Hall anyway. Show up. Just show up. And we'll talk more about that, over the next couple of days. But so that's how you become a rally captain, is email one of those 2 email addresses. Again, that's volunteer@bridgetheblue.com or mary.c@bridgetheblue.com. Mary will get both of those, and then she can get you everything that you need. So let's talk about something really quick. What's required of a rally captain? I mean, can our rally captains just show up there with their own agendas and just do whatever they want, or are they representing another organization?
Yeah. So basically, it's the rally captain will be representing Bridge the Blue. That is the goal. I know that there's other people that have been emailing me. They've been emailing me wanting to team up and all the things, and those are great. I all for it. I agree, let's team up, let's partner, but a rally captain is going as the face of Bridge the Blue
at that particular rally.
at that rally. So that's who you're representing. So that is what a captain, rally captain is going to be doing. And it's not so much where they have to go up and make a speech or presentation. It's not that. It's just getting people together, putting the word out and reminding them, hey, decorate, have banners, signs, whatever it is. That's what a rally captain. And another thing too is taking pictures and video.
Oh yeah.
Yes. So we want to invade social media. We want to take over social media on July 18th. So if it's a picture of you decorating your vehicle before it starts, go ahead. Anything. Hashtag silent no more. Hashtag bridge the blue. Hashtag back the blue. Hashtag we stand together. Hashtag united. So I'll share those in the comments on the bottom.
We the people.
Yes.
We're going to light up social media blue.
Yes.
We are going to light up social media blue.
That's what we want.
Saturday.
Hey, if you want to do your profile blue, go ahead. If you want to just do it blue and, put Bridge the Blue, bringing the community together.
And just so that you guys know, we are going to be releasing some graphics that you can use. We're gonna release a couple of more frames. And so just in case for all of you new folks that are new to Bridge the Blue, so we actually have profile frames that you can use. And so to do that, if you just go to your profile, click on your profile picture, and it's going to ask you, you want to upload a photo or change it, or you can add a frame. So if you go to add a frame, then you can just search Bridge the Blue or search Silent No More. And so right now we have 4.
Thank you, John.
We have 4 of them that are Josh.
Is it Josh? Oh, sorry, I don't have my glasses. Forgot them.
No, that's all good. And so we currently have 4, but we're going to be adding a couple more, and we're also going to be adding some timeline cover photos that you can use to proudly show the world that you bridge the blue and that you are part of the silent majority that will remain silent no more. And so we're going to be releasing that here over the next day or two, tonight if I have anything to say about it. So
and I do want to add, Troy made a comment, it doesn't matter if the group is 5 people, 10, 100, it doesn't matter. Any group that's together, united, is strong. It's stronger than anything else.
And you said something earlier that just blew me away. So you were talking about how, any opposition that our groups may get, right? It's only going to be in like 3 or 4 different cities, right?
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
And there's no way that they're going to be able to cover the entire... So share that, because that was so powerful, guys. I got goosebumps, so It's
so funny. It was during my prayer time, and something just highlighted to me about the fact that everything that the media is covering is mainly about 5, 6 different cities that are making the masses, that are making the noise, okay?
If that many.
But if you pay attention to the news, it's those little cities, but we are taking nationwide. So we are covering the United States with support for law enforcement, with the community. I really want to highlight this. It's with the community.
Yes.
It's telling the law enforcement, we are here for y'all. No matter who you are, I'm Hispanic, my husband's Hispanic, so no matter what, we are united. So I want to highlight that. And can y'all visualize this? It's like every state has 5 or 6 different areas, even if it's 5 people together. We are in the masses. Yep. We are the majority. Not just because we're not together doesn't mean we're not. We are the majority spread out. So I thank you I forgot about that.
No, because like I said, whenever you shared that earlier, I got goosebumps, and I got goosebumps just thinking about it. So no, and you just said something else that I thought was very, very powerful, and that whether you're Hispanic or brown or you're white and you're a gringo, or or you're black or you're yellow, or no matter, we are all blue.
Yes,
we are all blue, and on Saturday, we're going to show the world that 86% of this country still believes in God, believes in family, and believes in law enforcement. We are going to light up social media blue on Saturday. So we're fired up. I hope that you're fired up. And so one last question here is for the rally captains. How can they promote the rallies?
So we have some rallies where on Facebook, if you go to Bridge the Blue, the actual page, not the group that everyone's in, but the actual page, if you go to events, they're all in there. So you can just, click your state, and then you're going to see the different addresses that are representing. Some have one, some have two, and so on. So you're able to share those directly with your page. So you can see that information on there.
And because it's separated by state, right?
Yes.
So they can also invite
Yes.
all of their friends to that event in that state.
Yes.
And not only that, but let's say you have friends in another state and there's rallies going on in that state.
They're going to see it.
Go in there and invite all of your friends to there too. So there is no reason whatsoever that we can't show up in a big way for our heroes in blue. That we can't stand in the gap for those men and women who put on that badge, who put on that uniform. That we can't step up and step out and stand in the gap for those. Stand in the gap for us every single day.
Yeah.
Guys, it's time.
And also,
It's time.
The families, like
the
wives, the husbands, the mothers, the fathers, the children, like that is gonna give them hope. It's gonna encourage the kids in elementary again that they want to be cops.
Come on.
Giving that hope back again, because there's a community nationwide that's backing them up and giving honor where honor is due.
Amen.
So I think that too.
I am so fired.
I'm excited too.
I get so excited that I can't even think straight, can't even can't even speak. So,
Yeah.
So, well, was there anything else that maybe that you might want to share just from your heart?
Well, I do want to share one thing, because I think we kind of touched a little bit on it, is about the opposite. If they are there, the opposite group, I don't even know. Yeah, there's a variety of different. We're not going to highlight just one group. But.
So let me draw a line in the sand and be crystal clear here. So what we're not doing is protesting. We are rallying together.
Yes.
Okay, we're not being reactive and protesting.
Yes.
We're being proactive when we're rallying behind our men and women in blue. But there may be opposition, and that opposition could be protests against what we stand for, and that's what we're referencing here. So
yeah, and we are about uniting. So if you see them there, don't attack them. Don't be negative. Don't give them highlight or anything like that, because most of the time they're hurting. They are either hurting or they're believing lies and things like that.
Hurt people.
Oh, obviously, yeah. So they, if anything, extend a hand, shake their hand, or there were some people. One of the rallies that I was at 3 weeks ago, I think, and I saw them on the opposite, and I said, "Hey, y'all come over here. We have free shirts." I gave them free shirts, and they were like literally got pulled out of the opposite team, and they were in the mix with us.
Good.
That is the goal, is not to say, "Hey, we're better." No, it's pulling them out of that lie, guys. Pulling them out of that hate and say, we are in this together. So they ended up walking with 2 free shirts. Unfortunately, they did go back to the opposite, and the opposite side started attacking them and go get out of here. So they will see that. We don't need to point that out to them. They will see that themselves. So keep that in mind. Extend in hand. Whatever it is, it's to unite people.
Absolutely. And we can't unite as one whenever we're spewing off divisive rhetoric. Yeah. We can't unite as one whenever we're burning bridges instead of building bridges. So I want to encourage you guys. I actually got a couple of messages today from a couple of folks that are passionate about what we're doing, but they didn't like some of the comments that were going on. And guys, we're gonna speak this out for forever. we are here to unite. We're not here to back one party over another. We're not here to bash anybody. We're here to build bridges, not burn them down. And here's the thing, is that you can't fight fire with fire. And I know we hear that all the time, right? You can't fight fire with fire. Oh, yeah, you can. Oh. Here's the thing. I bet you your husband, if we told him, hey, could you put out a fire with fire? He'd look at you like you were nuts. So, and I'm not even a firefighter, and I know that. Right? So if we're going to build a bridge, we have to stop being combative. Mm-hmm. We have to listen, not to respond, but listen to understand. Mm-hmm. We need to try to understand where that person's coming from, because like Mary so eloquently put, hurt people. Mm-hmm. And we need to get down to the root of where that pain lies. And only then, it's kind of like whenever I was a store manager at Sprint, I used to actually coach my team that don't stand across the counter from somebody when you're helping them, because what happens whenever you're going to fight somebody? You're standing face to face. Instead, whenever they have an issue, or even if you're trying to help them, go around the counter and stand beside them, because it's about locking arms. It's about locking arms, and we're coming up beside one another to lock arms in a singular cause, united. Even if it's with somebody that doesn't see things 100% the way that we all have a lens through which we see the world. And we need to advocate for truth. And that's why our mission statement is to defend truth, be vocal, and stand united. Yeah. And the way that we're going to accomplish our vision is in doing those things. And our vision is to make America safe again and bridge the gap between law enforcement and communities. And the only way we can do that is we have to defend truth. Not fight, but just defend it. Objective truth. Be vocal, right? We have to let our voices be heard. We can remain silent no more. We can't be the silent majority. We need to become the unsilent majority, and then stand united. United with who? Not just those that believe the same things that you do. United with everyone. Mm-hmm. And so, Mary,
I do have one more. Suzanne, I haven't forgot about you. Her question was about prayer. I did encourage people to pray. So if it's prayer, you as you're in, either you're doing the parade or if you're meeting up, just be in constant prayer. I think one of the rallies that we were at, we stopped and prayed as a group maybe 4 times, which was amazing. So, you can do it all at once, or, in a circle, or whatever it is, whatever you're being led to. Let's build this in prayer. That's good. Let's build this in prayer.
It's hard to stay mad at somebody when you pray for them. When you pray for them.
Yeah. Well, with the love though, because some people will get triggered. So we're not trying to use prayer in a bad way, but it's in love. So I encourage prayer.
And we can't walk in love and walk in offense at the same time. Yeah. We can't. Mm-hmm. And so, Mary, thank you so much for joining me today.
Guys, if y'all should have seen me before this. I was so nervous.
Yeah, and
I'm gonna be honest. I was so nervous.
But you are a natural.
Thank you.
And I don't think there's anybody watching today that would have seen you today and think she's never done this before.
I was freaking out. I'm not even gonna pretend. I'm sorry.
But thank you for pushing through. And this is proof that if she can get on camera whenever she's afraid, if she can do it afraid and push through, which is what courage is, by the way. Courage is not doing something without fear. It's doing something in spite of it.
Yes.
And so even on the 18th, if there's a little bit of fear there, courage is looking fear in the face and spitting in it and saying, I'm going to do it anyway. It's time to push through as a country. It's time for us to push through to our breakthrough. In order to do that, we have to have courage. We have to stand united, and we have to do what needs to be done. So with that, again, thanks so much, Mary. Appreciate you.
I enjoyed it. And I enjoyed y'all.
Yeah. Love you guys, and
Love y'all.
God bless.
Bye.